December 20th. Thanks for joining us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Schreck. We've got a lot to come right here on ARC Rochester's a packed 2 hours. We're starting things out. We're going to be hitting the ice with the Rochester Amerks as they get ready for a special holiday game happening tonight. We're going to hear all about the summer freeze.
And rumor has it there are some pretty cool jerseys,
yes,
too. At least that's what I've heard. And then later on, $20 on the 20th. The Salvation Army looking to wrap up this year's Red Kettle campaign with a very special initiative. We're going to talk about how you can get involved.
We like that, but first we do have to talk about the elephant in the room, that weather advisory.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
You gave me big eyeballs there.
I just haven't heard you use that phrase before. I thought I thought a joke was going to be made.
Oh,
I was ready for it.
No. This forecast is no joking matter. Meteorologist Martin Snyder has been standing by firmly to talk about this. Marty.
Yes, all ready to talk about that winter weather advisory. And it's going to be a situation where it's going to be more of just an inconvenience type of snow heading later into today. It's not going to be a huge storm, but just enough to at least cause you to have to plan a little extra time in. You can see that snow just beginning to build into the picture right now. Notice how it's overspreading more areas to the south and filling in. But a quick summary of what we're going to see play out is the fact that snow will continue to build in throughout the morning. We'll see about a 1 to 2 inch range on accumulation today, and then we may add another 1 to 3 inches of snow to that overnight tonight. So it's not going to be a huge amount of snow all at once, but drawn out could add up to be at least a little bit. And expect temperatures to really pull back for the weekend. Probably highs mainly approaching 20 into the weekend. So overall, some cold weather in store for us on top of what we're seeing right now. But again, about 1 inch to 2 inches of snow today, maybe another 1 to 3 inches of snow tonight. So not a huge amount, but again, over time could at least cause a few minor travel issues to keep in mind.
Well, you know what they say.
What do they say?
I don't know. I thought you knew.
No, I don't. Marty, it's fine. It's all good. 'Tis the season for it. And, you know, just hopefully people bring their snow brushes and their boots. And, you know, it's like we're built to win in this kind of weather.
Yes, winter is coming.
Yep.
What are you going to do?
It's coming, and it arrives tomorrow officially.
There you go.
All right,
Thank
Marty,
you, sir.
Thank you. All right, let's continue talking about the holidays. We've been talking about it for a couple days and talking about the money side of things in dollars and cents.
Yes, it's the final weekend to grab any of those last-minute gifts, party wear for all of those upcoming holiday get-togethers.
Yeah, if you want to save some money or maybe be a little more sustainable, shopping at Goodwill is another option for you. Chris Lopez is live this morning at the Goodwill out in Victor, giving us some ideas. Hey, Chris, what you got?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm shopping. I'm good on the gifts, but I'm shopping for some holiday decor. It's never too late to spruce up the good old apartamento. We have a duo here, Snow Bear and Snowman. I am actually going to buy these two. They come as a set. $8. I feel like if you went anywhere else, that's probably Snow Bear is going to run you 25 big ones, and then Snowman probably another 25 big ones. $50 on top of everything I've already had to spend for those loved ones at home, friends, family. Like I've been saying all morning, it can get a little bit expensive around this time of year, and the bills don't ease up. You still got to pay the water, the heat, you name it, on top of the Christmas gear. And Goodwill is somewhere that you can get some cool stuff, not break the bank. I bring in Kristen, store manager here at the Victor Goodwill. We're going to be going over some different items laid out for us. Let's start out here, though. Ugly sweater party. You guys, we were trying to find some before here. We couldn't find too many. This is the lone survivor right here. How has that shopping been going for you guys? Is that a popular gift or item that people are grabbing?
Absolutely. We can't keep them in stock. As soon as we put them out, they're gone. Especially today is National
Ugly Sweater Day.
Absolutely. So I assume that had something to do with our sellout through yesterday. So yeah, but a lot of fun, and we even have stuff where you can make your own ugly sweaters. It's great.
Okay. And let's talk through some of these gift items. We got like things that are nostalgic to brand new to literally brand new to used. Can we scan through some of this?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the best part about shopping Goodwill is, you know, you get some new stuff with the tags. That's great for gift giving. There's a ton of stuff too that is just very gently used. You can't even tell that it's been used. And then the part I love most is the nostalgia. There's so many things. I mean, this here is from, you know,
It's a viewfinder.
It is. It's like a viewfinder. It even was donated with these cool things. Copyright 1898, so early 1900s for this thing. It's incredible. And it's $25.32.
So if you have an antique lover, essentially, and you come here, that is a gold mine right there.
It is. It's so cool. So, and then, you know, a lot of, you can see here we've got some comics. You know, we get Pokemon cards, trading cards, just so many really cool things that make great gifts for the holiday.
And then you also, I see there's Stanley Cup apparel over, not apparel, but Stanley Cup, this one right here.
Yeah.
This is probably costing you a pretty penny right here.
Yeah.
This one, how much is this going for?
$20.
20 bucks. I'd imagine it's probably double or triple at a Target or at a Walmart, wherever you want to shop for.
Absolutely.
Then also here, it looks like party decor for these martini glasses for something like a New Year's Eve party, New Year's Day party. You guys have both new and used. Are people gravitating towards one or the other, or does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter really. We have so much great stuff, but I think for gift giving, it's really nice if they're new with tags or in the original packaging. That's pretty cool. But also, you know, a hostess gift, things like that. I mean, you can't ever have too many margarita glasses.
No, you can't. And if someone purchases an item here at Goodwill, how does the money get divvied up to help you guys and then also for the profit?
Right, and that's the best part. 90 cents of every dollar that people spend at Goodwill stores goes right to our mission. It supports those who are visually impaired, our 201-988 crisis line, and so many other missions that we have. And it's just amazing, 90 cents of every dollar.
And I also want to talk, one of my favorite things is here, you have the bags on deck, about 20 of these for $2.28 for those that are not good at wrapping gifts like myself. Then you also have stuff like this over here, which Jen was showing a little bit earlier. You can take a gift, and rather than using wrapping paper, you can use something that you can reuse around the kitchen, and it's a lot easier to mold around something like a gift. Buy some of these bows here, throw it on that, bada bing, bada boom, and you have a nice sustainable gift underneath the tree, easy to wrap, pish posh applesauce. I'm gonna send it back to you guys in studio. Dan, I'm checking off the list that you gave me earlier this morning. You wanted me to do some shopping for you. I actually haven't, I'm just kidding. Back to you in studio.
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
jeez. I thought it was the season of giving,
What a
my friend.
buzzkill, Chris.
Wow. All right.
You know what? I do like the tea towel wrapping paper idea, though, because who doesn't need more tea towels at
Yeah,
home? You
you
can
can always-
always use those.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All
Good
right.
stuff. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chris. Time right now is 8:08. Hey, we got to get to our poll of the day this morning. We're asking you, what kind of holiday meal do you have? Daniel?
Ooh, going over the options: a traditional holiday meal, a potluck holiday meal, some takeout, or an unconventional holiday meal. We're thinking unconventional, pizza and wings or subs.
Just appetizers.
Oh, that's interesting.
We always did that on Christmas Eve. when I
Just
was growing-
appetizers.
Yeah. But here's the thing. So I think that we usually do like a traditional dinner, but everybody always brings something, right? You don't go to somebody's house without bringing
Yeah,
something.
you can't do the
So I guess
empty-handed
maybe, I don't know if that would be considered a potluck, but
I think that's just, I would categorize that for you at home. I would categorize that as a traditional dinner.
Okay.
Because it's to be expected that
Sure.
you bring a bottle of wine or a dish to pass or a,
so then
you know,
what would be potluck?
Potluck would be, I'm only doing the turkey. You guys are all coming to my house. You do the green bean casserole. You've got to do the sweet potatoes.
Okay.
You've got to do the stuffing.
Yep.
You've got to do the gravy.
All right. That
You know.
checks out. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
What?
What are you
Oh,
doing?
which one?
Yeah, what are you doing this year? You're coming to my house.
I might come to your house, or I might do something unconventional, or it might be takeout. I don't know. It's going to be anything but traditional this year.
It's going to be the same stuff you brought for lunch.
It very well might be. Just a brick of tofu.
Hey, we want you to weigh in on this poll of the day. Head over to our X account. You can also use the QR code that's on your screen. Grab your smartphone, scan it, and it'll take you to the page where you can weigh in. We want you to comment. We want you to tell us your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. As long as they're kind, we'll share them right here on TV. Coming up at the 9 o'clock hour.
8:10, stick around. We've got a lot to get to right here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we are looking ahead to the start of Hanukkah as we learn more about the traditions and practices that take place.
And don't forget, take us with you wherever you are. Stream us live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. We're back right after this.
As we count down to the holidays, many in our community are preparing their traditions.
Yeah, the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah is 5 days away and will kick off 8 days of celebrations.
Certainly will. Joining us with more this morning about the many traditions that go into this holiday, we have Rabbi Leonardo Bitran from Temple Bethel and the Temple's Executive Director, Deborah Zager. Good morning to you both. Thank you so much for waking up bright and early. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, before we talk about the lovely things that you've brought here today, I was hoping for some background. If we could fill people in the community who may be unfamiliar with typical traditions around the Jewish holiday, and if we could start with the menorah, that would be great.
Sure. So we're talking in history about the year 163 before the Common Era, when a bunch of Jewish rebels want to recuperate the temple in Jerusalem to the worship of Jews, and they have to clean up and make it pure again, right? Because being for a while on the hands of Antiochus Epiphanes IV, who invaded at that time. So in that pursuit of rededication of the temple is that they find this cruse of oil that has the seal of the high priest. It can last only for 1 day, but miraculously last for 8 days. That's the standard Talmudic explanation.
Very good.
So then every day of Hanukkah, the candle is lit, yes?
Right. Every day in this particular year, only this year, was also the year 2016, and it will be the 2027 that coincides with December the 25th.
Wow, okay.
But all the other years could be any time in December.
Okay.
Very
different
good.
calendars
Very good.
working. Right.
Now, can we dive into this display and you tell us all about? I mean, it looks lovely
Yeah, it
and very
does.
appetizing.
So we've taken the miracle of the oil and we've taken it to food. So it's traditional to eat fried foods on Hanukkah. So therefore, the potato pancakes that are fried, which we traditionally eat with applesauce or sour cream, and then donuts, which in Hebrew are called sufganiyot, which are fried also. And these are filled with jelly or cream. So.
They look fantastic. And you got these at a local bakery, yes?
Yes, Malik's Bakery is doing special sufganiyot for Hanukkah. And they have all different kinds. This is just a few that they have. And then, it's traditional to bake cookies also in the shape of the dreidel. I forgot to bring the dreidel, but that's the shape of a dreidel. And Jewish stars or the menorah. So.
Yeah. Is that sugar that is on that one right there?
Yeah, that's just some brown.
Oh, I like
cinnamon
that.
sugar, yes.
Very good.
I mean, it looks lovely. Are there other foods that are part of the typical Hanukkah tradition?
So for a Hanukkah meal, you would traditionally have a brisket or something like that with your latkes.
Is it kind of a custom to get the whole family involved in the preparations for Hanukkah?
For the lighting of the Hanukkah, yes. But technically, each one is responsible for his own lighting, his own Hanukkah.
Really?
So you will see in some families having 2, 3, and 4. In my house, each of my children has their own Hanukkah. And one different for every day sometimes. And then we use them together and do it at the same time. And say the blessings around the Hanukkah as well.
Yeah. Is it part of typical tradition on the first night of Hanukkah and then each subsequent night, you following the lighting of the candle, you do a gift exchange of some sort?
That's in addition to
That's
the
in addition to?
It's sort of an addition, yeah.
It's a commercialized edition that I think my children do not object to, and many adults either, but it's not strictly part of. Look, the holiday has also a historical event that I was beginning to describe, where the reason for the 8 days is really the opportunity to celebrate a holiday that happened in October called Sukkot, the Feast of the Booths, now in December because the temple was not ready in October. So the 8 days are based on the days of Sukkot.
Okay.
But if you're going to tell the story, which story is more appealing? The story of the Maccabees fighting and celebrating Sukkot delayed in December, or what the Talmud says that this was a miracle based on one cruse of oil that was available and then the miracle occurred. Obviously, the season is more prone to miracles and lights, of course, than the other story. But the two stories together. And people just come together, light the Hanukkah, and remember the background behind this holiday, which is religious freedom. You know, the people have the right to celebrate their own religion the way they see fit.
Very true.
Thank you so much for your time. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to know, can you go into any upcoming events, upcoming
Sure.
plans that you have for the community?
Yeah, so we had our big Hanukkah celebration a little early this year because a lot of people will be traveling next week. So we had a big party on Wednesday night, but each night of Hanukkah we're going to have a public menorah lighting in our synagogue, and we have little themes for every night, so there's something fun to do. So it's kind of traditional in Jewish homes to have Chinese food on Christmas. So we're going to have some Chinese appetizers on the first night of the candle lighting on the 25th, and we're going to emphasize our teen population on the 26th, and we're inviting the little ones on the 27th to play dreidel. On Saturday night, we're going to do the Spirit of Hanukkah, have a little drink maybe on Saturday night. And then we have our young adults are going to have a program on the 29th. We're going to celebrate our donors and contributors on the 30th. And then we'll do a little champagne toast on New Year's Eve. And we'll finish on the 1st.
Sounds like a lovely way to
really
wrap up
does.
2024, be with family and friends, and begin anew.
Yes.
Exactly. And here there's the Hanukkah that we can go over the mechanics a little bit, how we do it. So those who are moved to do it at home may do so.
Sure.
You have the guiding candle here. So let's say it's December 25th at night. You will light this one first. You will say in that night 3 blessings. One that appreciates the time that we're doing this. That gets dropped on the rest of the days. And then you will set them, this is for the first night, second night, but you will lit them from left to right. You put them from right to left, from that perspective.
Okay.
And we
Okay.
move from left to right. So if we're to be all the way here, the 8th day gets to be lit first.
Ah,
And then
okay.
the others. This is the most accepted custom. In the Talmud, you will have other rabbis who will say, no, let's begin the first night with the 8 and diminished. But there is principle in Judaism that you better increase in holiness and light than decrease.
I like that.
And also the season pushes you for that because days are getting shorter.
Yeah.
So you want to do the opposite.
Yes. Yes. Very
Thank you
good.
both for your time
Thank you so much.
today.
You're
We
welcome.
really appreciate it. And for you at home, if you'd like to check out some of the events, we'll put them all for you on foxrochester.com.
We certainly will. Thank you very
Thank you
much
so much.
again.
Thank
Having been.
Hey,
Thank
stick
you.
around.
Good Friday morning. I'm Abby Fridman. Thanks for tuning in. Here is your ARC Rochester news break. Lawmakers in Washington have until midnight to pass a spending bill or a government shutdown will follow. The House last night rejecting President-elect Donald Trump's last-minute plan to fund operations and suspend the debt ceiling. Democrats, along with dozens of Republicans, refused to back his demands, calling it a self-made crisis. If lawmakers can't reach a deal by midnight, at least 3.5 million federal workers could go without paychecks this holiday season. State officials have unveiled a new plan to change how mental health crises are handled. The Daniels Law Task Force for trained crisis teams, not police, to lead responses to 911 calls involving mental health, substance use, and behavioral wellness checks. The task force was created after the 2020 death of Daniel Prude after an encounter with Rochester police. The driver of a pickup truck could face some charges after crashing into a vacant building late last night on Dewey Avenue near Emerson Street. The driver, a man from Medina, was evaluated at the scene for injuries. Former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is suing one of his former aides, Charlotte Bennett, for defamation. Bennett was among the state employees who accused Cuomo of sexual misconduct before his 2021 resignation. Cuomo's team says Bennett made and promoted defamatory remarks last week after dismissing her own federal lawsuit against him, with her legal team saying in a statement that Cuomo sexually harassed her. Cuomo's lawsuit says Bennett knows this to be false, and the statement was made to defame and harm the former governor. A spokesperson for Cuomo says the suit will speak for itself. Meantime, Bennett's attorney telling our Albany affiliate, quote, "This case has no merit. There's a long history of using defamation lawsuits to silence and punish accusers of sexual harassment. It is shameful that Mr. Cuomo has apparently now chosen to go down that path. Cuomo, who denies any wrongdoing, is seeking compensation and punitive damages. For these top stories and new developments, be sure to visit our website, 13wham.com. Stick around, Arc Rochester is back right after this. Friday morning. Welcome back to Arc Rochester. I'm Abby Frickman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We've got a lot to get to in the second quarter of Arc Rochester.
No, that's a good way of looking at it.
That's what I'm going to do moving forward, if I can remember that. First, we have to talk about what is trending now, because there's a lot going on and a lot that people are talking about.
Yeah, we're going to start things out with one of the nation's biggest discount chains going out of business.
I know, Big Lots. It's the end of an era. They announced they would close all of the remaining locations.
Yeah, this comes as the company is filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Back in September, this happened. Executives say that decision comes after the company failed to complete a sale deal with a private equity firm.
Yeah, over 1,400 stores remain across 48 states, including right here. The Greater Rochester region has 7 Big Lots locations.
The company CEO says that the planned store closures could be reversed if a sale is successful. In the meantime, locations will begin to have going out of business sales.
Yeah, I looked online, 25% off almost all inventory.
Wow. Customers
can expect decent discounts both inline and on stores. I think, listen, it's sad, but the timing is right for customers.
Yeah.
You know,
just
right
before
the holidays.
It is unfortunate, though. I mean, it is like you said right at the beginning, a very, very popular discount chain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's sad for you know, those who maybe live in food deserts, who don't have access to groceries nearby, that we're relying on stores like Big Lots to
And for the
provide
employees.
that. Yes,
we
and for
gotta
the employees.
we gotta figure out what they're doing for work. Hopefully, the company will help them on that career path, on that journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. We'll move on to another consumer story for you this morning. Parents across the country are splurging on gifts this holiday season. The top tier spenders have been revealed.
Okay, this is intriguing. A survey was conducted by the online shopping website Coupon Birds. They based on data. Parents in New Jersey are planning to drop $712 per child.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Okay. The next top spenders, Texas, coming in at $659 per child, and a tie for third, Pennsylvania and Massachusetts, $648 per kid.
That's crazy. New Yorkers expect to rack up a little less of a bill, $598 per kid.
When looking at the more modest budgets, South Dakota falls within the cheapest, about $247, followed by West Virginia with $255, and Nebraska with $263.
The overall average in the country is $461 per child. Now, in reality, for all their holiday gifts, the average person will fork over $1,014.
Yeah.
I feel like America, we're missing the point. We're missing the mark.
Yeah.
Why are we spending so much money on
know,
things that we don't need? They're going to end up in a landfill.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good point. It absolutely is. I do understand, you know, the magic of Christmas, right? Making your loved ones feel loved. For some people, giving gifts is their way of showing love. For other people, it's quality time. I mean, you know, all the love languages. Food, acts of service, blah, blah, blah. You know, just be thankful for what you have. I guess
agree.
Is the moral of the story. If your loved ones are willing to spend that kind of money on you, that's amazing. Say thank you. Be very grateful. Be kind, and you know, appreciate everything that you have.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
Sorry, Ashley. It's gonna take 30 extra seconds for this segment. Growing up, my parents, young parents, broke as a joke. Just starting their life out. What they used to do is they would blow up red, green, and white balloons and 200-300 and fill the living room with the balloons. So it makes the 6 toys that are under the Christmas tree look a lot more like a billion toys because it's an experience is what it was. And then my sister carried on that tradition for her kids. It really nice, really nice.
Sorry, Ashley. I know. Sticking with that for sure. You know, my folks always did a really great job of making everything seem very, very magical on Christmas morning. And, you know, I was talking with my mom the other day, and now that I'm a grown-up, I'm an adult, and I'm the one that's, you know, taking care of the Christmas dinner and the shopping and everything. I'm like, man, you really did the most, and I'm super grateful for that, because now it's like, all right, we're responsible for making it seem magical, and it's really hard.
I know.
Yeah.
And trying to pull the wool over your dog's eyes, it's tough.
Yeah, you know, Santa Claus is watching.
Santa Claus is watching. All right, we're going to move on to our final story this morning, and let's say you're in for a shock with this one.
Okay, the beverage company, Liquid Death, great company, has collaborated with the adult incontinence underwear brand Depends to make the Pit diaper. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
What is this? What is this? The product is designed for concert goers who don't want to leave the mosh pit for a mid-show bathroom break.
Oh my God, okay.
What? Go ahead.
The adult diaper is an embellished black pleather, low-rise, one-size-fits-all item. It combines function with a rock and roll aesthetic and also has a metal key clip, spikes, a chain, and a belt with a skull.
The brands released the product online for $75. It's already sold out. I would totally have gotten this for my father.
Oh,
He doesn't need it, but what a great gift.
Yeah.
What a great gift. That's a gag gift.
Yeah.
People are demanding that they restock this item. I think Director Jeff said in our ear that you and I are going to start wearing them in hour number 2 of the show.
He didn't say that to me. That
No,
might have just been to you.
you were reading at that point, so I
Okay.
think he didn't want to interrupt
All right.
you.
Well, I think, yeah, considering how long we're out here and how much
Yeah.
coffee. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
idea of wearing diapers, though, at a concert is not innovated. I guess many people on social media have admitted to doing this when they're heading to a concert or music festival. This is why I don't associate with people, okay?
So recently, a lot of people actually wore them to the Taylor Swift Eras Tour so that they didn't lose their place in the pit or in the lines. That was a long show, a 3.5-hour show.
In 2003, I went and saw the ball drop in Times Square with one of my college friends. She and I got there that we were not intending to go do this. We had to go to a store that was near there, and we walked past, and she's like, let's just go and see what it's like. It was 9 o'clock in the morning. They barricaded us in. Once you're in the barricade, you don't go anywhere. So we did not drink, because we stood there from 9 a.m. until midnight.
Are you kidding me?
No joke.
That is the most
if you
insane
left the
thing.
barricade, you couldn't come back in. They would not allow you back in.
So you didn't drink anything from 9?
No, we stood there and did nothing. Stood there and hands in the pocket and kicked dirt.
Oh,
I know.
my gosh.
It was an experience. I would
Sounds
never
like
do it again.
You wouldn't, even if you had the
No, because that's disgusting. I
you
am
gotta
not
get that
going to
picture off the
sit
screen.
in waste. I'm an adult. Stick around. We have a lot more to come right here on Arc Rochester, including when we come back, we're checking back in with Chris Lopez, learning more about the services that Goodwill of the Finger Lakes provides during the holiday season.
And don't forget, take us with you wherever you are by streaming us on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. We're back after this. For some people, the holidays are filled with happiness and joy, but for some, it can also be a season where there are struggles with mental health.
Certainly so. For those seeking help, Goodwill of the Finger Lakes oversees the Crisis Center, which manages crisis hotlines for 6 counties across western New York. 13 Wham's Chris Lopez is live this morning at the Goodwill, and Victor talking about how they help people through the holidays. Good stuff, Christopher. How's it going?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yes, Rochesterians helping other Rochesterians out, especially around the holidays. If you think about it, the money that goes from Goodwill circulates back to you guys, and then it just continues in that circle. Can you talk about how the Crisis Hotline helps people and that circulation of money and how it helps you as well?
Absolutely. So running a 24/7 call center, it's costly. It costs a lot of money to provide good service to our community. And so when people shop or donate, those proceeds help support our community programs like 211 Lifeline. We tend to sit at about a $600,000 deficit. So anything we can do to have Goodwill pay for that deficit really helps give back to our staff, which gives back to our community.
And Deb, can you talk about when someone calls in, what's that experience? I know you can't play it play by play, but what's it typically meant to be like?
Absolutely. So when people call in, we just kind of ask what's going on. We may ask some questions just to try to gauge, the safety level, the wellness, what's happening. We might ask for a zip code, age, to help connect people to the resources they need, but it's completely voluntary. People can share with us what they feel comfortable sharing with us, and that's okay. We really try to make it a conversation. So when people call us, it's never our aim to, ask question after question, but having a conversation. And my team is incredibly empathetic, compassionate, and they're very knowledgeable about the resources.
And do you guys get a lot of calls around the holiday, like specifically on Christmas or New Year's or you name it, or in between? How does it work?
Yeah, so we usually see some volumes go up before the holidays. Okay. People contact 211 to access like the holiday baskets, the toy giveaways. In addition to with 988, we see calls before and after the holidays. Again, people just processing the experience of the holidays, the stress, the good, the bad, the ugly that all comes around this time.
And I was going to ask you, what is it about the holidays do you think brings in that influx of calls?
I think a part of it is, there's a lot of expectations around the holidays. There's family dynamics that can be really challenging. Yeah. There's financial stress. I don't know about you, but I spend a lot of money around this time for holidays. Yeah. That can be really stressful. In addition to just unpacking, if there's a lot of relationship strain, family issues, just all of that stress compounding itself. And we have a lot of callers that reach out to just talk about that and what that was like for them.
And if someone wants to find out more about what you guys do, learn about the services before they try it, I know people can be apprehensive with things like mental health. Yeah. Where can they go to find out more information?
They can go to 211lifeline.org. That is our website. So we house all of our local community resources in there. And, if they want to call us and just talk to us, they don't have to disclose what's going on. They can ask our counselors directly, hey, this is, I'm just testing the line. I kind of want to hear more what you do. That's okay too.
A very nice approach you guys are taking. Thank you for joining us this morning. You can go check out the Crisis Hotline if you are having troubles. Crisis, too, is not also, I want to ask one more question. It's not what people think, right? It's not an immediate what people think of a crisis. That can be, how would you define it?
A crisis is really anything that dysregulates you. Yeah. So something that disrupts how you would normally cope with something. A crisis is very subjective. Okay. Some people, it's this thing happened, I feel really upset about it, I want to talk about it, to someone maybe having serious thoughts of suicide that need to help come up with a safety plan, or they're concerned about a loved one and they're not sure what to do. So really it's anything that dysregulates you. It's stress, in particular this time of the year, it can be really stressful for people.
Well, thank you once again. Thank you again, Deb, for joining us this morning, hanging out here at the Goodwill, getting gift ideas, also managing stress levels throughout the holidays. You can check out the website. You can also go to any one of the Goodwills in the Finger Lakes, Rochester region. Rochesterians helping Rochesterians. Back to you guys in studio.
Yeah, really great stuff, Chris.
Yeah,
Thank you very
love
much.
that. Love the support. Hey, stick around, because when we come back, we are gearing up for summer in winter.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it coming up after this.
.47 and happening tonight, the Amerks are hosting their Summer Freeze holiday game, partnering with the Seneca Park Zoo to raise awareness about polar bears and ice conservation.
Yeah, this morning we have the team's multimedia journalist, our good friend Andrew Mossbrooks, and the Director of Programming and Conservation Action from the zoo, Tom Snyder, to talk about it. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here. It's always fun when it's game day, right?
Of course, yeah.
Absolutely.
And thank you guys for having us.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Of course. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's dive in. What is the Summer Freeze for some did I say that right? I'm confused now
Summer
because the
Freeze
season.
Fest.
Summer
Freeze
Fest.
I'm confused about the seasons for somebody who doesn't know much.
For us, this is part of our partnership with Seneca Park Zoo, and we're in a 7-year partnership with them where we are trying to benefit polar bear conservation, specifically in Arctic regions. Over the course of these 7 years, we've raised over $40,000. So this is a really good cause. We love being partnered with Seneca Park Zoo. And as you can see, we have these awesome jerseys. We try to do a different one every year. This one is very different, very unique. I think it's one of a kind. I know our office has been extremely receptive to it. Our players love it. I think our fans are going to love taking a look at this too tonight at Blue Cross Arena.
Yeah, and you guys always do really cool things with the jerseys. Usually they're auctioned off. Is that the case this time around?
Yes, it is. So actually, this auction is going on right now. It's on Dash. The easiest way to get to it is amerks.com/auction, and you can go there right now. These jerseys are up for auction until 10 p.m. tonight, so you can place your bids here. You can place them at the game. Again, they're one of a kind, so these are the ones you want to get.
What is it like for the Seneca Park Zoo when you team up with the Amerks? I mean, it seems like a great match.
Yeah, of course. I mean, any time that you get two community organizations that can work together for a common goal, it's great. And for us to be able to come in off season for us, you know, not too many people come to the zoo when it's really cold, but to be able to get in front of all of those eyes at the Amerks games. We actually have our Zoomobile there for 5 nights. I think we have them there in February. So we really have a great relationship, and as Andrew said, we've raised a ton of money to send to Polar Bears International, which is great.
And why is it so important to support polar bears, not just at the Seneca Park Zoo, but internationally?
They're a very important keystone species in the Arctic habitat. So as sea ice melts and some of those climatic changes happen and it gets harder and harder for that animal to find food, you get more conflict with humans, and that becomes problematic. So we really have to make sure that we keep that habitat how it is and keep the population healthy, and they'll be a key part of the ecosystem at that point.
Andrew, what else do you have on tap for the Summer Freeze Fest? Because, listen, great jerseys and it's going to a great cause, but you guys don't do anything small. You always go big. Well, there's always stuff going on there.
I mean, I think for us, it's just the overall entertainment that Blue Cross Arena presents as a venue with us, and the fact that the Amerks have been instilled in the community for parts of 7 decades. So I would say this: I'd be remiss if I don't mention. We talked about amerks.com/auction. There's also a link if you're just trying to get a ticket and come out to the game. amerks.com/zoo. So real simple, ZOO. For those that struggle with spelling, I know I sometimes do. But if you go through that link and purchase a ticket, if you haven't already gotten a ticket for tonight, $2 from your purchase will benefit Seneca Park Zoo Society.
That's great. That's fantastic.
And this is the midway point, right?
Of the season?
Yes.
It's close. If you really want to be percentage-wise, we're closer to 40% than we are 50, but it's hard to believe. Like, it's coming around.
There's a holiday break, though, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So after the holiday break, are we really ramping things up when it comes to the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many, to be honest, we're on the road so much in January, but we are, I mean, there's going to be a lot more 3-and-3s, so that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday games for us. The schedule definitely picks up. The Amerks are in a really good place right now, standings-wise. Plus, we still have 5 more specialty jerseys after this one, so there's going to be a lot of fun on the ice.
5 more this season?
Yeah, 7 total. This is our second.
Wow.
And the best so far.
And the best so far.
Probably the best
You
of
said
them all,
it. You said it.
Listen, nobody can take on a polar bear. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be recommended, right?
Exactly. Andrew, one more time for somebody sitting at home, where do they go if they want to take part in the Summer Freeze Fest?
Yeah, so there's, again, the 2 links we talked about, amerks.com/auction. That means whether you're at the game or not, you can get in on the action there through Dash Auctions. Part of the proceeds from that auction are benefiting Seneca Park Zoo Society and Polar Bears International. Then if you're just looking to come out to the game and help raise awareness that way, just by buying a ticket, going to amerks.com/zoo, with part of your ticket purchase benefiting Seneca Park Zoo Society.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Hey, thank you both so much for
Thanks
coming
for having
in.
us.
We appreciate it. As always, all the ticketing information and event information will go over on foxrochester.com.
8:52, don't go anywhere, because when we come back this morning, we are looking ahead to the first day of winter and what the weather is going to look like.
Yeah, spoiler alert, it's going to be cold. Arc Rochester's back after this. official day of winter.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, meteorologist Marty Snyder is tracking our forecast for us. And Marty, we were just talking about holiday shopping.
Yeah.
And Dan was saying it looks so cold for the weekend that he just wants to get all of his done today so that he doesn't have to leave the house tomorrow.
Good idea.
Hibernate.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get the rest of mine done. I'm almost there. Getting close. So I'm hoping by the end of the day today, yeah, we're finally done and don't have to worry about it anymore. But yeah, for folks who want to get out, it is going to be a little bit of an issue heading through the day today. Not a huge storm or anything like that, but we do have some of that snow that's just beginning to build in. You can see it filling in on radar at this point, and I think that's going to be the theme today. You can see it all continuing to fill in. It is going to stick with us. Going to be fairly light, but here's what you can expect. I think for the most part, we'll see that continue to fill in as we head throughout the rest of the morning. We'll be at about a 1 to 2 inch range for accumulation. So for the rest of the morning commute, not a huge issue for us. Even during the afternoon commute, not a big storm, but at least some on the ground by then and some on some area roads. So I think that'll be the slightly more concerning of the two commutes today. And then as we head through the overnight, probably add another 1 to 3 inch range to that. And I think it's just going to be that cold like you were talking about going into the weekend. Probably some temperatures struggling to even hit 20 for a high. I think Sunday is probably the pretty good bet that we won't even get up to 20 during that afternoon. So yeah, just some really cold air makes its way in behind this system that'll put down a fair amount of snow.
Ooh.
And yeah, you can see it filling
Look
in
at
there.
that. Absolutely. You know, looking at those temperatures and the accumulation, and I don't know why this came to, well, I have to get gas when I leave work.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? During the winter, it's the worst.
It is.
You're getting
It is.
out of a really warm car to stand out in the cold, and you know those numbers aren't going down, and it's just a headache.
It always
Watching
feels
the
like
money fly.
it pumps slower, too.
It does.
Yeah.
You're just
it does.
watching it tick, 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 and you're like, come on.
Well, see, the key to that is when you go up to an island and you have multiple people, you have someone on the other side of the island, usually the pump does run slower if you have two people pumping from that same one, I've found. So go to one where there's no one around. You might have a better chance of.
But
having
I
it flow a
need
little
that
faster.
other person to block the wind and snow that's
true.
pelting me.
Just stand against the pump.
Yeah,
there you go.
exactly.
But yeah, it is going to be that chilly setup into the weekend. So yeah, if you can get those things done early. Actually, I have to do both those things today. I want to top off the gas, want to get the shopping done so I can just.
Can I just give you my keys and my list?
Why not? Just give me your card too. That's the key right there.
You know, I'm proud of you, though, because, you know, I know tomorrow's only the first day of winter, but you've been pretty good about the cold so far.
Yeah, listen, I have. I'm trying to embrace its acceptance, or as Director Chris would call it, growth.
Yes.
Dan, you're showing growth.
Yes.
It's growth and tolerance.
It is. It is.
We all need to be tolerant.
You guys are tolerant of this all the time now.
We
so.
love ya. Come on.
Part of the family. That's how it works. Right?
All right, Marty, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We know you'll keep tracking it
Yeah.
for us and let us
Yeah.
know if anything changes.
We'll keep you
And
updated.
you can always download the 13WAM Weather Authority app.
Of
It's free
course.
for Apple and Android devices.
It's like a weather warehouse
in your pocket.
Yeah,
Yup.
I'm just getting ready to push an alert to that and an update to that in a few moments. So
Ooh, there you go.
there it goes.
How do you like that?
Yeah.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more to come right here on Arc Rochester as we continue into the 9 o'clock hour.
Yep, we're back right after this. Friday morning. It is December 20th. Thanks for joining us here on Arc Rochester. I'm Abby Friedman.
And I'm Dan Schreck. We've got a packed hour left here on Arc Rochester this morning, including learning more about a Rochester native's 2 books that are perfect for the holidays. We're going to get a closer look at each of these and talk about the inspiration behind them.
Yeah, and then we'll go over the results for our poll of the day. This morning, we asked you, what kind of holiday meal do you have? Daniel, the options.
Potluck, traditional, takeout, or something unconventional. Grab that smartphone, scan that QR code. It'll take you over to our X social media site. You can weigh in on the poll, comment below the poll, keep it clean, keep it friendly, and repost the poll. We'll go over all of those results for you coming up at the end of the 9 o'clock hour.
All right, but before all of that, we're going to take you behind the story this morning.
Yeah, we want to talk more today about a story that we've been following now for the past week in the town of Greece, installing those automated license plate recognition cameras.
Yeah, we're joined now by our very own Christian Garzone, who's been covering this story extensively. And Christian, you've gotten some mixed reaction from the public about these.
Yeah, and to be clear, these license plate reader cameras, they snap a photo of your license plate, akin to like the Thruway, those big things that just snap a photo of your car and the license plate. And that story reached out saying, this is Big Brother, it's overreach, etc. So I decided yesterday to kind of go to the streets of Greece and talk to people, 3 different sections, Stone and Dewey, Ridge, up by Town Hall. People were open to this technology being used, welcoming it, saying it's a great tool for law enforcement to use. This is really, according to the police chief, going to be used for stolen vehicles. We've heard about the Kia boys for the past year or 2. Silver alerts, amber alerts, things like that, snapping a photo of a plate in real time and sharing that data between law enforcement to catch perpetrators or missing people. And if I could add this, I ran into a guy named Kenny Bennett yesterday. 5 years ago, had his car stolen in Greece. And he told me, I wish this technology existed 5 years ago, because my car was taken out of state and the license plates were taken off, and these criminals went willy-nilly to Ohio, Pennsylvania, racking up tolls and tickets and everything. He feels if this technology existed 5 years ago in Greece, his car would have been, stopped at the town line right away, and it would have saved him a big headache. So people were very accepting of this that I spoke to yesterday on the streets.
What sort of pushback, though? Because I can't imagine everyone is on board with this. You mentioned in the beginning, Big Brother.
Big Brother, and people were, is it used and shared with private companies for people who are looking for folks who owe money or repossession? And I asked the police chief about this. He says, no, it's only strictly shared within law enforcement. Now, the data is contracted through Motorola, so there's another company involved. But he says for right now, it's only shared via law enforcement through those channels. That's it.
So when exactly were these installed, Christian?
They're going up right now, about 50 in total. They started over the fall, and they'll be completed in January. And the precise locations, I know some of them, but they're not advertising that. But if you look up, you can find them certain places, sort of high traffic areas, not really supposed to be on rural roads, anything like that, but usually high traffic areas.
Have there been any, how long have they now been up and active?
Since about the fall.
Okay,
yeah.
What results are there?
There's actually one really interesting case of a stolen car that was tracked to Greece Ridge Mall. And when the Greece police started to peel back the artichoke on this, they found out that these 2 gentlemen were in the U.S. unlawfully who stole the car from Venezuela. So U.S. Customs and Border Protection got involved. Now those guys are at a federal detention facility awaiting deportation. So it helped to track down a stolen car and find 2 people who were in the U.S. unlawfully.
Sure.
What kind of reaction did you get from law enforcement officials related to that?
Well, it's just showing the real-time results of this. Like, this is a really effective tool, sort of showing us the way. I can't say the word championing. My lips are a little dry. It's that weather, time of the year. Chapstick. But they were just saying, look how this can work and be used as a really, really good tool. And the community's saying that as well, because the community's really kind of sick and tired of the stolen cars. We've had a rash of that the past few years. They want to see these tools used for good and see real results.
Christian, one last question before we let you go, because I know you're probably getting ready to head out the door to work on something else for today. Something that I know people will wonder, Who's footing the bill and how much are we paying?
Sure, no, great question. It's a state grant, a state technology grant with law enforcement, so that's who's funding it right now, according to the police chief. So stay tuned on this because more details will be released in the Greasetown newsletter in February. So more details to come, but that's the scoop right now.
It'll also be interesting, sorry to cut you off,
Oh, no.
just to see if this leads to more of these cameras installed in other neighborhoods.
You just read my mind. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it grows to other towns, other villages, so on and so forth.
They are in a lot of places, actually. The police chief was telling me, in fact, Greece is a little behind the curve with this a little bit. So they are a lot of places. I just don't think it's that big of a discussion because we're so used to it. Cameras are ubiquitous these days. They're everywhere. This is just another portion of that. But again, residents in Greece spoke to about, 10 to 15 people on and off camera. They gave the thumbs up on it. So we'll see how this goes.
All right,
Yeah.
Christian Garzone, thank you so much. We really appreciate your
My pleasure.
time this
Thanks
morning.
so much.
Time right now is 9:07. We have much more to come here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, the new initiative being promoted by the Salvation Army. I should say special initiative, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Hey, and don't forget, you can take us with you wherever you go. We are streaming live right now through 10 o'clock on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. We're back after this. 9:10 this morning, the Salvation Army is starting to wind down its annual Red Kettle campaign, and they're hoping to close the year off strong using today's date to try and encourage more donations.
Yeah, they're asking for $20 on the 20th, and we're with the Director of Monroe County Operations, Major Rick Starkey, and Director of Development, Michael Gilbert, to talk about it. Good morning to you both. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
$20 on the 20th. Let's get right into it and talk about it.
Yeah, we have multiple ways of giving, and a couple years ago, the Salvation Army started this, little campaign to do 20 on 20. We'll have our red kettles out today. There's a little snow in the air, which is usually good for the kettles, especially as we get closer to Christmas. So we have our physical kettles. We have our virtual kettle at rockkettle.org online, and then even at some of our kettle locations, we have what we call tip tap, and basically you just touch, the denomination on the kettle stand itself, and you can do 20 that way. So we have 20 online, 20 on tip tap, 20 in the kettle.
Now, is the tip tap, forgive me, is the
It's right
tip tap
there, yeah.
the same as paying by card? Because don't you have card readers?
Yeah, we don't have card readers. We've done multiple things through the years, for that I don't have any cash on me scenario. And it would take you to our donation page, which you then had to fill out. This is just, you tap whatever denomination.
One and done.
And it just happens. There's no filling anything out. And, so we've tried that last year and this year at multiple locations.
How are the donations going this year? How is the donation drive?
I'll let Mike take that.
Sure, yeah. Well, first of all, we're so appreciative of everyone who has donated up till now. There's been tremendous support from the community. There always is every year. But the fact of the matter is we're a little bit behind pace from where we want to be. And so we're hoping that this $20 on the 20th initiative can be a way for us to reach out to the community and ask for that last push, that last few days. We have today, we have the weekend, and there's really just Monday and Tuesday before we wrap this up on Christmas Eve. So today's a big day to try to reach out and get those last gifts from our community.
I do want to go back and highlight something, Major, that you mentioned earlier on. For a lot of people, we do a lot of our shopping online these days. Not as many people are out and about during the holidays. So talk to us one more time. If I'm sitting at home and I've just hit, place order for the last thing, and I think about closing the laptop and I'm done for the season, do I just go to salvationarmy.org?
You could do that, but we have a very easy way here, rockkettle.org, which directs you to our donation pages. There's multiple ways to find that, but salvationarmy.org, and then you would put in it's a lot more difficult. So just rockkettle.org brings you right to our donation page, and you could, and then you would fill out the donation page as you would anything else. But very simple at that rockkettle.org.
And of course, that's ROC kettle.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Good to point out.
Yes.
And talk to us about the actual kettle locations. Again, for somebody who may just be starting their holiday shopping today, like me, where are we going to see those kettles?
Yeah, we're grateful to have some great partners in the community. We have kettles at all the local Wilmerite malls. We have kettles at our Tops markets around town, and we have kettles at the Walmarts.
And you have some pretty great people who are standing out there ringing the bells no matter the weather. Tell us a little bit about those folks.
Yeah, fortunately, all of our Tops locations are inside. Tops is a great partner with the Salvation Army, and they're all inside locations, so that's great for that. And we get 80 to 90% of our kettle stands are volunteers from the community. And they can still even sign up to even work a kettle so we have 2-hour time slots on register2ring.com. Very simple. You go to register2ring.com, you put in your zip code, it'll bring you all of our locations, what's open, where you can go. And like I said, if there are people, especially this weekend, it's going to be cold. So look for those Tops locations at register2ring.com.
Now, somebody sitting at home who says, okay, we fill these kettles up, they meet the goal. Where does that money go? Talk about the services the Salvation Army provides.
Yeah, well, I'll just give some of the ideas, and I'm sure Major will fill in the gaps. But the money we raise during the Red Kettle campaign funds our services all year long. It's our primary fundraiser. It helps us fund our shelters. We have a men's shelter and a women's shelter. It helps us fund our emergency family services all year round. We have kids programs, kids camps, a number of different outreach programs and social services.
Anything
Terrific.
else you want to add, Major?
Yeah, I mean, that's, people sometimes get confused and think, we're raising this money so we can help people at Christmas time. And that's part of it. But this is just our, the Salvation Army's been doing red kettles or kettles for over 100 years. Started in San Francisco. Guy was running a soup kitchen, didn't have the money, and brought a big black, like an actual cooking kettle to the ferry landing to raise money. And then ever since then, the kettles happen. So it's our major, and it happens around the world. So it's just our major fundraiser at Christmas time. And, Mike, pretty much mentioned that, we do backpacks for kids. We do coats for kids. We have multiple programs throughout the year. And, 3 community locations where people can go for programming, but also those emergency family services programs. And we do have a men, but it's actually 2 men's shelters. And then we're just getting ready to open a 7-unit brand new studio apartment permanent supportive housing units. Where we'll take 7 people that are homeless currently, and they'll each get their own apartment, and it's their apartment. They'll sign a lease, and they're there until they find maybe a standalone location. But they're beautiful, right downtown, and just gorgeous apartments that they're going to be able to have. So that's one of the things that we have added since in the last 2 years.
That is amazing. Such important work that the Salvation Army is doing. Thank you both for coming in today. Thank you for all of the work that you do. But they can't do it without your donations. $20 on the 20th. We'll put all of the information that you need to know about donations over on our website.
We certainly will. Hey, stick around. We've got much more to come right here on ARC Rochester this morning. We're back on the other side of the break. Good Friday morning. I'm Dan Schrack. Thanks for tuning in. This is your ARC Rochester news break. Lawmakers in Washington have until midnight tonight to pass a spending bill or the government will shut down. The House last night rejected President-elect Donald Trump's last-minute plan to fund operations and suspend the debt ceiling. Democrats, along with dozens of Republicans, refused to back his demands, calling it self-made crisis. If lawmakers can't reach a deal by midnight, at least 3.5 million federal workers could go without paychecks this holiday season. State officials have unveiled a new plan to change how mental health crises are handled. The Daniels Law Task Force calls for trained crisis teams, not police, to lead responses to 911 calls involving mental health, substance use, or behavioral wellness checks. The task force was created after the 2020 death of Daniel Prude after an encounter with Rochester police. The driver of a pickup truck could face charges after crashing into a vacant building late last night on Dewey Avenue, this right near Emerson Street. The driver, a man from Medina, was evaluated at the scene for injuries. Former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is suing one of his former aides, that's Charlotte Bennett, for defamation. Bennett was among the state employees who accused Cuomo of sexual misconduct before his 2021 resignation. Cuomo's team says Bennett made and promoted defamatory remarks last week after dismissing her own federal lawsuit against him, with her legal team saying in that statement that Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed her. Cuomo's lawsuit says Bennett knows this to be false, and the statement was made to defame or harm the former governor. A spokesperson for Cuomo says the suit will speak for itself. Bennett's attorney, meantime, tells our Albany affiliate this case has no merit. There is a long history of using defamation lawsuits to silence and punish accusers of sexual harassment. It's shameful that Mr. Cuomo has apparently now chosen to go down that path. Cuomo, who denies any wrongdoing, is seeking compensation and punitive damages. And for all of these stories and any new developments, head over to our website, 13wham.com. Hey, stick around. ARC Rochester returns right after this. 6:26. Welcome back to Arc Rochester. Thanks so much for waking up with us and staying with us. Dan Schrack.
I'm Abby Ferdman. We have Martha Stewart and company with us this morning. It's time for the weekend buzz.
And this is Martha Stewart, in case you're mistaken.
Yeah, you guys, look at this. It's beautiful.
You know, it's the holiday, and you know the song, the Christmas Carol, the old English Christmas Carol. Here we go, wassailing along, la 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 la, love and joy come to you.
Did you even know that's what they said?
Yes, I knew that's what they said.
Am I the only dumb one here?
Well, no.
You were in chorus.
Yeah, I was in chorus.
Yeah, we were in chorus.
I didn't know what wassailing was.
I thought it was just a made-up sound, like wassailing.
I never questioned it.
Well,
Neither did I.
basically, guys, it's an English Christmas drinking game. Wassailing.
Whoa.
Okay.
Is it? It's a drink. I thought it was a drink. I
Well,
didn't
it
know
is.
it was
No,
a game.
it is a drink, and we're gonna make it for you today.
Okay.
And the background to this is we went to a neighbor's house for a Christmas party, and they had it on the stove, and it made the whole house smell amazing. So even if you don't drink it, it's like potpourri.
Does it
drink.
make you feel amazing though?
Oh
too?
yeah, it does, and
right.
we will make it. So here it is. This is an apple cider base. All
Okay.
right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some
By the
apple
way,
cider.
Scott has always wanted to have his own cooking show, so this is
Yeah,
like his
man.
audition.
The guy brings jam once.
There we go.
I know, right? The recipe calls for a gallon. I just used 4 cups. We're just kind of, you can scale it up.
Okay.
So you take your apple cider. You're going to also take half cup orange juice to give it a little more citrus
Nice.
taste.
All right.
All right. And then, wouldn't be Christmas without some sugar. Brown sugar.
Yep.
A couple of tablespoons. You're going to heat it up. You're going to melt all of this in here like that. All right. Then come the spices. Then comes the Christmassy part. All right, so you got this. This is cooking, going well. You never have to really pull it to a boil. Just go to simmer.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Item 1, cinnamon stick.
Oh, nice.
Boom.
Okay.
Item 2, a little more citrus. This is lemon. A little trick. Squeeze a lemon.
Squeeze it up right.
Yeah, so you
But
don't
how
get the...
did you know that?
I'm pretty good in the
cooks,
kitchen.
yeah,
Are
he
you
cooks,
really?
yeah.
I am.
So you don't get the seeds in there.
Are you good in the kitchen too? I'm not in there. No,
Your husband?
I love it. By the
Killed my
way,
cheesecake last night.
I love how we break stereotypes here. The guys are good, and you and I are.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Clove, another
Nice.
wonderful.
All right.
Yeah, full cloves. Now, what I do is I put that and also, these are allspice seeds. You can get allspice at Wegmans or Tops like that.
And you want it to be the little...
The whole.
Okay.
Yeah.
The whole berry.
Yep, the whole berry. And what you'll do is you'll bring this up to a rolling boil. You're going to, not a rolling boil, but a simmer. A pinch of nutmeg.
Okay.
That's the
Nice.
magic.
Okay.
That's the magic.
That's the
Yeah,
magic.
that says how
and
it
you
is.
let this steep at low for about half an hour.
Okay.
Oh, a half
What that
an
does is it releases all the oils and the spices and the cinnamon stick and all that stuff. And after that,
Are you smelling it?
can,
Are you
yeah.
smelling it? Yes.
It already
I can
does.
smell it,
I mean,
too.
it's not being. There's no magic hot plate here.
no,
But
this is just for,
Yeah.
You can smell. It's all fragrant.
It wouldn't be wassail unless you put a little libation in it. You could put bourbon, you could put rum. I just happen to have some local moonshine from
I just happen to have it.
yeah, Smoke and Tails Distillery. They're good friends of ours. Have you been
Yes.
there?
Oh yeah.
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 This
Very good.
Happens to be.
I had
apple
I think it was like a quart jar last year of the apple pie.
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
man.
That's going in the car.
Delightful.
Okay.
All right. So what we'll do now? I have the warm stuff that I made
Oh, very nice.
between records on the radio show this morning.
That is...
It was, and we play records.
You made this at work earlier this morning?
Hot plate and everything.
Wait,
yeah.
Wow.
Miss Abby.
I mean, I'll go
Thank
along
you.
with it. Yes, he did.
Wow,
Yes, he
it is
did.
still warm, too.
Yeah. Here you go, Mr. Dan.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And like we've got these
That
nice
smells
little
amazing.
holiday.
I know.
I
This
know.
is
This is
so
lovely.
I know. Here you
fancy.
go. Here you go.
Someone watched the Martha Stewart documentary.
Oh, this is
Yes,
warm.
they
I
did.
know.
And
Very nice.
Scotty.
you got to have a little blast, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Little blast of apple. Oh, I
Whoa.
did put.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
It's all right.
Just
Give
a
us a
bit for you.
flavor.
Just
Yeah,
a
back for
splash.
you.
Okay, okay.
And one for Papa.
Okay, now we cheers to the holidays.
Happy holidays,
Yes.
you
Happy
guys.
holidays,
Merry
guys.
Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
Salute.
All of
Yes.
that stuff.
of you.
And
You at home.
and this is the wassail.
Wassail.
Yeah, wassail.
And
Cheers.
now this is a drinking game. What's
no,
the game?
I was
Okay.
just saying. Well, you can make it.
Can
anything.
drink it the fastest. That is fantastic. Oh my goodness.
It's got the
Oh my gosh.
It's got the citrus, it's got the
good.
apple,
Yeah.
it's got the spices that release in
it's
it.
good.
That
And
is, yeah.
Wow.
you know about the real Christmas drinking game, right? When you're wrapping presents?
Whoa,
You pour
no.
yourself a glass of wine.
Okay.
Okay.
You put your scissors, your paper, your tape, everything on like that, okay? And every time you lose the tape or lose the scissors, you take a drink. Or the because
I
that
like
happens.
that.
It happens.
I
all the
like
time.
that.
Got your joke. Sorry.
Don't choke. Cheers.
I like that.
I don't have time to laugh.
Oh my gosh! You're done.
That's delicious.
He's done.
Thank you.
That was great.
That was
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
good, Scott.
Really
Well,
good.
thanks
This
to my
was
across the
really
street
good.
neighbor, Kay, who put this all together. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she gave me the idea. I'm like, I've never had that before. So
Kay,
thank you, Kay.
thank you. This was
Thank you,
delicious.
Kay.
I might make this. I might make this for Christmas.
And the
our
house
celebration.
smells amazing. It just smells amazing.
I can only imagine.
Once it's cooked up.
You
So.
start to feel pretty
Yeah.
amazing too after.
Favorite Christmas carol?
Favorite Christmas
Or
carol?
Christmas song, maybe?
Okay. Jingle Bells, Barbra Streisand.
Okay, how about worst?
Oh, how about
Christmas
the
shoes.
worst?
The worst.
Christmas
shoes. Bah.
I cry. If it's in the store, I'll leave. Like, if it's on the radio.
But then why is that your worst?
Because I don't like to feel feelings.
Oh, I don't either. Oh my God, we are so much
I
alike.
know.
I don't want to feel feelings.
No, I'm like,
It does give you the
unless
feels.
it's joy, like
Yes.
that's pretty
Yeah.
much
Right.
it. I'm like,
Christmas shoes was a movie. Did you
It
know
was.
that?
I think it
Right?
wasn't it a
Yeah.
book too?
Maybe.
Maybe I made that up.
Maybe. That hippopotamus song, though.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Dominic the donkey.
Nope.
Yeah.
Baby
I like
Jesus is crying when he hears that song. I mean,
the
It's triggered.
the little drummer boy.
Yeah,
that one too.
one's rough too.
Yeah.
The idea of
Pum
that.
pum.
Yeah.
I don't mind that one.
Yeah, the whole rum-pa-pum-pum.
There
thing
is a song that like no one should be alone on Chris. It's I heard it one year when I
What?
was alone on Christmas.
Oh, no.
It's a you should the mental health checks
What?
if you're listening to
What?
that
What?
song.
What?
It makes you feel the
Oh,
feels.
it's an awful
Weren't
song.
you like getting ready to go to work or something like that?
Yes,
Like,
I was.
something
I was.
awful?
Yeah, it was terrible.
I have an original Christmas song
Oh boy.
that it blew my mind. The Mandela effect is where you think something's been like this the whole time, but it really wasn't, right?
Okay.
Like Darth Vader never said, "Luke, I am your father."
Yes.
Right,
That
yeah,
kind of thing. I found a Mandela effect in Up on the Housetop. You know
Okay.
the song, right? Ho, 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 who would know?
Yeah.
This is Gene Autry's version. And I'll
Okay.
stop it, and you do the next lyric. You'll know what
Okay.
it is. Let me turn this on
Okay.
here.
Oh, who wouldn't go? Who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney.
Good Saint Nick.
Old Saint Nick?
Come Saint Nick.
Old Saint Nick. I thought it was Old Saint Nick.
I thought it was too. It's not.
I thought it was either old or Here Comes Saint Nick or something like that.
No.
What is
For
it?
one's Christmas joys. Oh, who wouldn't go? Who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney with good Saint Nick.
Good Saint Nick. I think you said good.
I said good.
You said good. I thought it was Old Saint Nick. It was like, I was like, whoa. I'm like, whoa.
I
I'm
never
singing it.
heard good. Good Saint Nick?
No.
I thought
No?
it was old or Here Comes Saint Nick.
That's crazy.
So there's your Mandela effect of the week.
Oh, but it wasn't a Mandela effect for
No,
you.
it wasn't a
No.
Mandela
You're like
effect.
the one who...
I usually
It
get
might
things
be.
right.
Oh, yes, right. Yes, Dan is always
yeah,
right.
it's really yeah.
Yes.
That's your. I would say your strength.
Yeah.
And the humility. It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm very
Really.
humble.
Yeah. Really are.
Thank you guys both so much.
Thank
we
you for
really
letting us come in.
appreciate it.
Lovely.
Merry Christmas.
Are we
Happy
going to
New
see
Year.
you next week? Probably
No.
not.
I'm going to
The
Florida.
next time we see each other is 2025.
Well, then, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and many
Yes, Happy New
returns.
Year.
We are back after this.
this Friday morning. Welcome back. One author and Rochester native is capturing the spirit of the holidays by sharing some of the best Christmas TV moments and best kept secrets, too.
Certainly is, and we are happy to be joined by author Herbie Pilato with more to talk about his books that we've got here. Thank you so much for waking up bright and early. We really appreciate it.
I'm up with the chickens, so...
Well, so are we.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming in. So let's dive right into both of these books here. Talk to us about them.
Well, the first book is 12 Best Secrets of Christmas, and I wrote that a couple years ago about growing up in Rochester in the 60s and 70s, and it was 12 special memories that I had, and I thought, you know what, I need to kind of focus in on that, make each of them a secret, and mainstream each message to match each chapter, and that's what I did.
So what do you mean by secrets?
What Christmas means to me, I thought, let me mainstream it. And there's like, you know, playing cards with the family, having dinner with the family, opening gifts on Christmas Eve. Some do it Christmas Day, a lot do it Christmas Eve. There's special gift shops. There was Mary's Gift Shop in Rochester. I went to St. Peter's and Paul in the 60s, and on Brown Street there was a Mary's Gift Shop, one special visit there. But each story that I have, there's I don't want to say what the secret is, because that's the whole message of it, but there's 12 chapters, and each chapter has a secret, and it's the message of...
I would imagine when people read this, they read through the first chapter, or they get to the end of the first secret, and they're putting their own message in there. Because we all have these unique, magical memories of the holiday season, and fill in the blank.
Right. And it's not, that's the great thing about it, because everyone who's read it, from everyone from Barry Williams of the Brady Bunch to Dean Butler of Little House on the Prairie, who wrote the foreword, they go, you know, Herbie, your memories of Christmas are not that different than mine. I said, because it's all about love, and it's all about family. I mean, it's all about, you know, sharing those special times. For all religions, Christmas is a universal aspect. You can't get any more basic than being kind to each other. So whatever religion you are, whatever spiritual belief it is, we all share love. We all share family. And that's what really the book is about.
Kindness is key.
Kindness is key.
I would imagine it was, I don't want to use the word emotional, but emotional while you were putting this together. Was it thinking about all of the previous Christmases, previous holidays that you had with your family?
Very, very much so. And, you know, I was a primary caregiver to my mother and father in their later years. And after they left, or excuse me, while they were still here, I had dinners for my mother and her friends at her senior facility. But I could not have done that had I not had the training of growing up with this huge Italian family. Both my mother and father had 10 brothers and sisters each. So I took what I learned from that, and I still do it. I still have parties. I was always the party kid. I was always the guy that said, hey, let's put on a show, and it just kind of like grew over time.
It's wonderful how those traditions kind of pass on from one generation to the next.
Yes.
I don't want to miss it and not talk about the second book. What is the other book you brought for us?
It's Christmas TV Memories, which is definitely for the mainstream. It talks about the 4 different kinds of Christmas specials: the animated specials, the TV movies, the variety specials, and then the weekly episodes of various shows. It's not every single Christmas special that was ever made. The book would be like 5,000 pages, right? So, but it represents each of those different sectors.
I remember how important it was sitting down for those Christmas specials as a kid. You know, the Peanuts Christmas movie was going to be on, and everybody dropped everything that day and got ready for it. You know, in schools they'd be talking about it. At home we would, you know, center our evening
activities. It was designated television.
Yes.
That's what you would do. You'd have dinner, do the dishes, and then everybody was going to sit down and watch TV. Certainly back in the 60s and the early 70s, when it was really the prime of these shows. And Marlo Thomas has written the foreword. When I asked her, I thought, okay, she's going to say no. She said yes. And then I read what she wrote, and I cried for 3 days.
You mentioned the peanuts, and I remember growing up with Rudolph, Santa Claus is coming to town, all of those. And we as a family would have dinner at home, and then, all right, everybody go get in your PJs, and then we would all load up in the car, and we would drive to my grandparents' house a couple of blocks away, and we would watch it there on the living room floor. You know, they're phenomenal memories that are associated with so much of that TV magic.
Absolutely, TV magic, exactly. Because television, when these shows came out, originally it was in its infancy. So it wasn't just about, this book isn't really just about Christmas, it's really the history of television, and I talk about that, how it's all connected and what the magic of it and how it can bring people together. And it has such it can be a force of positivity, and that's what Christmas specials are.
Yeah.
That's all there's to it.
Where can people get these books? If they're sitting at home right now and they say, okay, you know, this looks like a solid Christmas break read. Where do we get it?
You can go Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. I'm going to be at the Pittsford Barnes & Noble tonight at 7 p.m. with Don Alhart. Great.
Our very own.
Absolutely. And he's also going to be signing copies of his book, Sibley's Christmas Adventures. So it's going to be an amazing night. Diana Pilatus is going to be performing, Gabe Pellegrino, Steve Lyons. It's going to be great.
It sounds like it's going to be great.
Yes.
I'm excited.
7 o'clock, Barnes & Noble in Pittsford.
In Pittsburgh.
Perfect.
Very good. Thank you so much for your time today. And
so
again,
much.
Congratulations on the books. It's truly an accomplishment, and you know, definitely proud to call you a Rochesterian.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And I am proud of Rochester wherever I go.
Very
good. Good. Thank you again. Hey, stick around. We've got a lot to come this morning. We've got more coming up after the break. We're talking about one holiday tradition that is celebrating a national day today.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. We're back after this.
What is it? What the day is. I really didn't know.
You really didn't?
No, I couldn't, I didn't put two and two together.
That's all right.
All right, welcome back. Today is National Ugly Sweater Day, and one thing's for sure, some pretty awful sweaters come out during the holiday season.
Yeah, this morning we are taking a look at some of the ugliest holiday sweaters that are unforgettable. We were talking during one of Chris's live shots about how the phrase ugly sweater has kind of changed over time. I think that a lot of the time now it is like a pattern. It's a certain pattern.
It's a commercialized sweater. No, it is a lot of time. Bells and bobs and bows. People dress them up to make them ugly.
Yeah.
I think the real idea of a sweater is supposed to be the person who thought it, who made it, really thinks it's gorgeous, and you know the general public looks at it and says, "Ooh."
Yeah.
That's a real ugly Christmas sweater.
Yeah, but you know what? There are some unique ones out there, so let's get right into it. Some of these that we're going to talk about right now are DIY, do-it-yourself, ugly sweaters. I'm a big do-it-yourself girly.
Yeah.
So,
ooh. All right, this one's already got game.
I love this.
This is the I Am a Christmas Tree Ugly Christmas Sweater.
You are certainly something.
Listen, and I imagine all we did for that was just wrap garland around ourselves or staple it to a T-shirt or something.
I bet it's itchy. So props to you.
Yes.
It would be way too much for me. I am so funny about that kind of stuff. Remember that one sequin shirt I have? Everybody loves it.
Yep,
and I hate
burned it.
I didn't burn it, but it's not making an appearance for a while. That's how I would feel about this.
Yeah, listen, I'm on board. I get it. You got to be comfortable.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yep. All right.
All right, next one. This is a couple's costume.
Dan, this could be us if you liked me.
They have their...
Look how cute.
If I liked you.
It's going to be us when we retire.
Their faces on there.
It's adorable.
Okay, that is cute. And listen, when you have lived that much life, you go right ahead and do you.
Do what you want.
I say go for it.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
That's
I love
nice.
that so much.
That's
fantastic. Fun. All right, number 3.
This is a snow globe sweater. Oh, so we just took like a punch bowl and glued it to a sweater.
Yeah.
And threw some fake snow and stuff in there. That's actually not a bad idea.
They jump up and down, it would.
Yes.
It would fall.
Yes.
Very nicely. Yeah. It's cool.
All right.
Hey,
that one's
creative.
okay.
I like it. This one, bring the fireplace with you. Okay.
Oh.
See, that's not ugly to me.
No, that's like I put way too much effort into this to try it. No, that's what I'm talking about. That's not an ugly Christmas sweater.
It's creative. I'd
yes,
call it
that's a creative Christmas sweater.
Yeah. Okay, so if she was at my party, my ugly Christmas sweater party, and I had to give out awards, well, first of all, not everyone would get an award, but I would give her most
disqualified.
Creative. Okay. I would give her creative, but I wouldn't give her the best.
Yes. No, not at all. Not at all. Okay. Next one.
Move on.
Next one is climb the ladder.
Oh.
Oh, I see it.
Okay.
That took a minute to get. Okay, so again, far from an ugly Christmas sweater. This is I would say over the top for
it doesn't look real.
Yeah.
It honestly looks like maybe it's AI. Take a look at his legs.
Yeah.
And then take a look at the Santa leg. I don't know. Something's off. I don't know what it is.
Are you saying his legs are the Santa legs?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
It's fine.
Okay. No, I get it though. I get it.
Something's off about it. I don't know what.
It's weird.
It's creative.
It is.
All right,
Can't
number
say
6
it isn't.
for fans of National Lampoon.
Okay. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute
What is
sweater.
it? I've never seen it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so the cat eats the Christmas lights off the Christmas tree and cooks itself under.
What? No. Are you kidding me?
And what was the ant's name? She wrapped her cat. She brings it over to the house. Clark. Yeah, and she gives them her cat. She also wrapped like a pudding or something, and it was leaking out of the. It's great. It's Jello mold, a green Jello mold. Yeah. Oh God.
And is that why the carpet's wet?
No. Why is the carpet wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot. That is because when Clark opened the Christmas tree, he snipped it. It was so large it busted out the branches and brought down a piece of ice from the gutters on their house, and it went right through the neighbors. I've seen the movie too many times.
Just gotta watch it.
I've seen it too many times.
Yikes. Does the cat die? Is the cat dead? Oh, I hate it.
Cat doesn't make it. No. Cat doesn't make it. There's a squirrel in there too.
This ruined my day.
Okay, these ones are ugly sweaters that you can buy. Okay, let's see the first one. Wow.
Okay, that's
it's very
something.
Feather, the abominable snowman.
It lights up. It lights up.
$109. You better wear that ugly sweater for the rest of your life.
You gotta get your money's worth.
Yeah.
Every Christmas for the rest of forever. We've got this one, number 2, the bare chest ugly sweater.
On. No, just no.
Yeah, that's not for me.
It's like it's not even It's repulsive, is what it is.
Okay.
And
Easy,
it's $59.
easy.
No, it is. That's gross. I don't need to see those tassels. Okay.
I didn't even see the tassel.
We don't need it. We don't need that.
All right.
The next one is the 3D climbing Santa.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
So you pull on the rope and then Santa climbs the chimney.
Oh. Nope.
You see it?
Yep.
Okay.
$40. Save your money.
We've got the stocking stuffer sweater.
Okay. Right up our alley.
All right. On board with this.
Yeah. How much is it? 40 bucks? That's a bargain.
$40?
That's a bargain.
Oh my gosh. Bring back Scott and Sandy. That moonshine was tasty.
I know.
All right.
We've got the 3D squirrel in the tree. Okay, yes, from National Lampoon's
Oh, okay.
Christmas
I was
Vacation
going to
again.
say, why is there
That's
a squirrel?
the squirrel.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that one. That's cute. Next one is the party animal sweater.
Okay. What?
Like,
It's fine. It's fine.
It is, but I don't get it. What's the point?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I have no idea. $30 for this beautiful piece of clothing.
We've got clever sweaters here that aren't ugly.
Not
First,
ugly.
we've got the White Claw.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking with claws.
Oh, how do you like that?
Hilarious.
He is the DD, though, the designated sleigh driver.
Yes. Oh, okay. And then we've got this one: Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Moscato, Vodka, Tequila, Blitzen.
That's okay. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We've
all
got
of
Merry Krampus. This one's got your name
Yes.
all over it. Look at that. Okay, see, I could see you wearing that.
I have a Krampus ornament
course
that I
you
just
do.
bought the other day when I went to Canada for the
Ooh,
first time.
look at you.
And I also have a little, little Krampus
She's
sign.
international, ladies
Yeah,
and
well,
gentlemen.
You know, my passport's expensive.
This right here.
I can't even think about cats after that story. That's
I
like
don't.
the worst.
That one's even difficult to look at.
Okay,
Pass.
we've got a couple sweaters. This
Why
could be
is the
us.
carpet wet? All wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot.
I like it.
Yep.
I wish I knew, but yeah. All right. What?
What? Newt.
Ashley, am I missing something?
It's Pingu.
Who is
I don't know
that?
what that is.
Pingu?
Are you kidding me?
Do you guys know who Pingu is?
I don't know. All right, doesn't
Jeff?
matter.
Tom, do you know who Pingu is?
No, everybody's shaking their heads.
No,
Jeff
no.
just looks disappointed in everyone.
What?
Bill, Becky, John over there, they don't know
Our
who
live
Pingu is
studio
either.
audience.
Okay,
Yeah.
wrap it up then.
Stick around.
It's great, I guess.
When we come back, our final thoughts this Friday morning.
Yeah, we're back after this.
I know,
hey.
I know. Right before we come on. Oh. All right, our final poll of the day. Here we go. What do you have for holiday dinner? Traditional, potluck, unconventional, or takeout?
The answer is what? This is from yesterday.
This is yesterday's.
Absolutely no dinner. Let's try it again.
It's traditional with
traditional.
We don't know how much of the vote. That does it for us here on Good Day Rock. We're back Monday. Bye.